Hey guys, welcome to the Mr. Maple Show. I'm Matt. I've got my Oklahoma here, Brian Rule. We're in the Tom Cox garden, and today we're going to be talking to you about our top 5 favorite Acer japonicums in the Tom Cox Arboretum.
This place has been absolutely amazing. We've been touring around here, visiting with Tom. We've got a podcast coming up with Tom Cox, which is really cool. You guys are really going to enjoy that. We talked about so many different plants, so many amazing ways to use them out here in the landscape, especially here in the South.
Right.
This beautiful setting that you see here. And Acer japonicums, I mean, they just have such a special place, I think, in everyone's garden. If you've got a collection of plants, you've got to have a japonicum in that collection.
We got here in pretty good fall color. One of the reasons we wanted to highlight the Acer japonicums are they are some of the most amazing fall displays of any plant in the garden. And we're here in Canton, Georgia, still getting great fall color here in the deep South. This Acer japonicum behind us is Emmett's pumpkin, and it has some amazing color to it right now. It's more to that deep red phase, a little orangey early. We love Emmett's pumpkin. It's one we carry here a good bit at our nursery. I was once at a tailgate market back in the day, 10 years ago plus, and a lady came up to me and she said, "Emmett's my grandson," and we put him through college selling Emmett's pumpkin. I think they got $1 every time somebody bought one, or they put $1 back for his college. And I mean, he was older than me at this point.
That's
so
awesome.
It had been quite a while, but that was the origin of that Emmett's pumpkin, an amazing plant with a large round Acer japonicum leaf, some of the larger foliage.
Yeah.
And sometimes you can get a little bit of orangey hue in that early spring garden on that one.
Yeah, what I really love about the Acer japonicum species is that it's just such an amazing plant that for that fall garden. You know, we always talk about spring interest and things like that. And one of the things they focus here at the Cox Arboretum is a 4-season garden. And this is kind of one of those seasons that japonicums is the star. When you got that fall color out here, everything is changing colors, and this is going to stand out among everything else. This is going to transition just about every spectrum of that, from yellows to orange to red. I mean, it's just an amazing plant.
Yeah, we love Acer japonicums. When you look at those mountainside views in Japan that are amazing and they're all lit up in color, oftentimes what you're seeing there are those Acer japonicums, those native mountain ranges there in Japan. We love selections of these. We're a huge fan of Acer japonicum at Mr. Maple, so we try to get every single Acer japonicum cultivar available. I think we have all of them that I know of, all known Acer japonicum cultivars here, and we wanted to get 5 of them on camera for you here today that are focused on here at the Cox Arboretum. Hey guys, so next up here on our list of amazing Acer japonicums at the Cox Arboretum is none other than Acer japonicum Ed Wood. Now, Ed Wood was a very eccentric character. I hear some really interesting stories about him from our friend Talon Buckholtz. Oftentimes, Ed would have these big auctions where he auctioned off seedlings to nurserymen at these parties he would have, and those would get into the nursery trade. And that's how Ed Wood came about. This is a great plant that has an Acer japonicum with a very large round leaf. It's some of the larger foliage for an Acer japonicum, and it makes a great palette for that fall color. As you can see behind me right now, this one's lighting up the garden with oranges and reds. It's an amazing tree. Sometimes you can get splashes of yellow in there as well. One of the things I love most about Acer japonicums in that spring garden are that red tassel flower. You get an elongated large flower. Just like the large foliage, you also get some elongated large flowers. They're a red tassel flower that's very prominent against that large green Acer japonicum foliage. And Ed Wood's no exception to that. It's a great cultivar for flowering interest on a Japanese maple. And that large foliage makes this one almost look tropical. I love the feel it brings to the garden, and it's a very unique tree that brings a large leaf and a lot of texture for a Japanese maple.
Next up on our top 5, we have an amazing specimen here of Acer japonicum Green Cascade.
Ah, beautiful tree here. This was an introduction by Art Wright. You know, you could see everything that an Acer japonicum can bring to the table in a weeping platform. You know, one of our favorite weeping plants, Green Cascade, spreads out, makes that low cascading umbrella. It's almost the perfect plant. It's a combination of Acer japonicum and everything you love about a lace leaf Japanese maple for shape.
Yeah, absolutely. And this thing just has such a presence in the fall. I mean, you get all those colors you expect from some of those giant leaf, you know, japonicums.
Right.
But you get it on a little bit smaller leaf, but in that finely dissected version of that leaf, it just really pops in color here. I mean, this thing, I wish you could see it here in person.
Right.
Hopefully we're doing it justice here on the camera.
I don't think cameras could possibly do this color justice right now.
Absolutely lighting up right now, and just in this backdrop of these dark conifers behind us, it's just a beautiful display.
Yeah, Tom's excellently used these Japanese maples, the Acer japonicums, to provide that deciduous splash here in an otherwise conifer green garden. I mean, wow, what a way to, light up the area with that just blazing red and yellow and orange display that the Acer japonicums bring, especially in that fall garden. This one is just exquisite right now, guys. I'm gonna get a little shot of this. I don't think we can really capture how bright this is on camera, but a green cascade is looking awesome right now. Guys, check out this Maiku Jaku. You may have heard me say that going through gardens before. It's a personal favorite of mine. The Dancing Peacock Japanese Maple puts on an amazing fall display.
This right now is just glowing out here in the garden. I mean, there are so many amazing color displays out here in so many different kinds of trees, but your eye is drawn to this. I mean, the Dancing Peacock Maiku Jaku is just a classic standard when it comes to the Acer japonicum. I mean, this cultivar, I think, is, it just sets the bar for all japonicums. It really does set that bar really high, and this display today is no exception to that.
Oh, you can see why it gets that Dancing Peacock name. Those fans, especially when you turn them up, they kind of look like a peacock tail this time of the year when they're hit with all those splashes of fall color. Maiku Jaku is the same cultivar as Aconitifolium, possibly came to America via England from a Latin name or Europe, and then also came in from Japan under the original name Maiku Jaku. So we do use the name Maiku Jaku at our nursery because we think it predates Aconitifolium, but same cultivar. So if you're seeing this, we say, that looks a lot like Aconitifolium, you're not wrong. It's a beautiful plant, no matter what you call it. You're gonna love this Dancing Peacock Japanese Maple. I couldn't help but get this on camera. Look at these colors, guys. This tree captivates my attention in the spring, summer, and fall. I love it for that elongated, divided leaf that it brings. Those long lobes for an Acer japonicum. It's a very divided style foliage, but I mean, hey, we could just shut up and let it show it in fall color right now, because that's about as good as it gets for a Japanese maple in fall color.
Absolutely.
Guys, I'm Tim. I had to jump in this japonicum video. I love japonicums. Today, this last one of the top 5, we've got Acer japonicum Owasami. Love this Acer japonicum. Nice rounded leaf and some spectacular fall color. Just starting fall color here at Cox Gardens in Canton, Georgia.
Yeah, this one hadn't hit its full splendor. In a few weeks, this one's going to be reds, oranges, and yellows all at the same time. I love Owasami. It's another one of those that kind of reminds me of the native species I saw growing in the landscape there in Japan, and I absolutely love that about Acer japonicums.
Acer japonicum Owasami is just a really nice plant, gives a nice regal appearance, makes a good mid-sized upright Acer japonicum selection, and again, you can't have an Acer japonicum without having good fall color. All the japonicums are outstanding in their fall color, and that's one of the things we love about japonicums. I think it's something to do with that thicker leaf that just helps the japonicums provide fall color more consistently, and almost every single fall, you get something amazing out of Acer japonicum selections.
I love this round foliage on Acer japonicum Owasami, and it rounds out our top 5 Acer japonicums at the Cox Arboretum this week. We hope you've enjoyed this video. These have been a lot of fun to put together for you guys. We've really enjoyed creating content here, so special thanks to Tom and Evelyn Cox of the Cox Arboretum for their hospitality and letting us shoot some video content here in their gardens. It's an amazing place that if you ever have a chance, you definitely should come check out. If you like Acer japonicums, like, subscribe, and share. They're some of our favorite things about Japanese maples are Acer japonicum cultivars, and there'll always be new Acer japonicum cultivars coming back to Mr. Maple. So sign up for our weekly emails on MrMaple.com.
Tom actually told us this morning of his love affair for Acer japonicums.
Oh yeah, they're everywhere here.
They're everywhere. He loves what they provide in the fall, and it's so unique and so different and stands out from so many other Japanese maples what Acer japonicums can do in the landscape. And I hope you seeing these top 5 at the Cox Arboretum and Gardens really helps you understand what you can have Acer japonicum do in your landscape and garden as well. People love the Cox Arboretum, and when they think about it, they think about evergreens and conifers, and these japonicums provide the perfect deciduous splash, especially in that fall color. It is the perfect pairing to play off the textures of conifers and provide intense fall colors. If you're looking for, if you have minimal plants for the most fall color, Acer japonicums are where it's at. We hope you enjoyed this. Definitely like, subscribe, and share. That goes so far, everybody. We really appreciate you tuning in today. Take care. God bless. And have a great day.